Welcome back, everyone. To Bronx Talks, our first live stream after a game. Well, we've been preparing for a while now to do. I'm not even going to ask Christian how he's doing tonight because we all know how he's doing. Me and Christian feel the same way. And that's just, disappointed. We'll get right into the game, I guess. We'll start it off.
Yeah.
This is a game the Yanks could have easily won. And it's unfortunate it had to end this way during the series just because, the two games before that, it seemed like they were just getting clutch hitting. They weren't going down easy. And I'm not saying the Yanks went down easy today. I mean, they did get some timely hits, thanks to Rizzo, but they left a ton of runners on base. It seemed like every inning we had at least a few guys on. It seemed like almost every inning we had a leadoff guy get on base. I think we had 11 hits. We had at least 3 walks. They couldn't get the runners in with scoring position. And it's just, it's the most frustrating thing to watch as a fan. They just came up short. They couldn't get it done. It's really, really unfortunate. We'll break it down a little bit more, but let's get Christian's take on this. Christian, what are your thoughts?
To be honest, I was really just bummed out by the whole thing. It was a winnable game. It was a very winnable game. Didn't seem like the Red Sox really cared that much. Didn't seem like they were playing their best.
Nope.
It didn't seem like a last year problem in the sense that we just threw in the towel like we often did when trying to go for the sweep last year. The biggest thing that I noticed, which was a last year problem, was the runners in scoring position that we just couldn't capitalize on. So I'm not going to talk about that right now. We'll do that in the deep dive section. We got to kind of move this along. But yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Just coming up short. Then they tied the game, and when they did that, I was like, all right. When Rizzo got that 2 RBI single, I was like, all right. And then they just didn't get the runs in, and then Bobby Dahlbeck, that stupid idiot, who's an absolute moron, runs his mouth way too much than he should. He's lucky to be their starting first baseman somehow. Hits a home run, probably acts like he won the World Series. Guy's an idiot. Didn't do anything in the series besides that. But, that's how the cookie crumbles. And sometimes those things just happen. And he gave the Red Sox go-ahead homer, and that's why they won the game. The bullpen, pretty sharp as usual. Clark Schmidt, made that one mistake. Bullpen looks pretty solid. I'll give him that. It definitely looks like we got a ton of relievers who can go in and shut the door. Rested a couple more guys. So, which is going to be important playing a big series starting tomorrow against Toronto. But definitely the bullpen, is definitely, I would say, Christian, the strongest aspect of this team. And what I think will be the strongest thing this team has this season, which is definitely really exciting to watch and see how it plays out. Other than that, Aaron Hicks left 6 runners on base as the 7 hitter. That's pretty hard to do, Aaron Hicks. That's really hard to do. I'm furious with Aaron Hicks. Absolutely furious, Christian. This is how I'm really like, guys. Most of you who don't know me personally, I'm fiery. I'm running back and forth during the game, and I get really frustrated. a lot different than just talking off-season rumors. But I am very mad at Aaron Hicks. I mean, that was a joke. That was a joke. Second and third pops it up to Rafael Devers. I mean, Aaron Hicks, and what, we had bases loaded, struck out. I mean, he is really a joke. You know, we all knew he was a joke going into the season. You know, Yanks don't really have anywhere to put him, you know, because that atrocious contract Brian Cashman gave him. But, you know, a lot of this game, you know, obviously team sport, you lose as a team. A lot of this game goes on Aaron Hicks, though. A lot of this game goes on Aaron Hicks. It's really just frustrating to see. You know, I know the guy was trying, but I mean, that's a joke. He should definitely not be in tomorrow's lineup. But we don't really have a guy who plays, you know, center field. You don't want to roll Judge out there almost every day. I'm not saying they should, but I would say definitely tomorrow, Aaron Hicks needs a day off. What do you think, Christian, about Aaron Hicks and his performance?
Statistically, you win the game if he does his job.
Yeah.
Gets up twice with men on third and less than 2 outs. So, yeah, I mean, that's
joke.
That's all I gotta say. He got sat on Saturday. Friday, he struck out 3 times.
Yep.
He actually got a hit. He had a nice hit today, and I texted Ryan something like, "Oh, hey, that was a nice swing. He looks nice."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then his next 2 at bats made me lose my mind. So
yeah. Absolutely putrid.
Pretty much what we get with most Yankees.
Absolutely putrid from Aaron Hicks. I was furious with him. I mean, it's hard to watch. You know, with us constantly having to move, you know, guys, you know, because of you know, the DJ and Glaber, you know, Aaron Hicks should not be 100% not be in tomorrow's lineup. Should not be in tomorrow's lineup.
A lot of people on Twitter were saying they would rather Gardy over Hicks. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. Gardner, it wouldn't have mattered if he hadn't swung a bat all season. He would have gotten those 2 runs in.
Yeah, he would.
He would have. So, Jesus.
Yeah. I also felt like the Yanks were taking a lot of pitches tonight.
I mean, I actually, I thought it was nice to see. I really didn't think the hitting was bad today and all series. Like, they were getting guys on base. They were hitting balls hard. Gallo smacked 2 balls that got caught. It was really just they couldn't capitalize, and a large part of that was Hicks. So
it's really unfortunate to see. Hicks should, like I said, not. If I see Hicks in the lineup card tomorrow, I'm losing it. He should not be in the lineup after that putrid performance, looking for a sweep against your most, excuse me, your most hated rivals, looking for a sweep to start the season 3-0, and you go out on Sunday Night Baseball and have a performance like that. I mean, that's awful. And, you know, Aaron Hicks has never been a good player. He had 1 good season. 1 good season.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's on the team. Oh my. Get me Brian Reynolds. Aaron Hicks. I mean, that's it, folks. I mean, Chris just said it point blank. He didn't do his job. That's a massive reason why we didn't win tonight's game. Giancarlo Stanton had a nice game. I think he went 3 for 5.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything at the end there. You know, Judge.
I felt like that final inning, it ended with Judge right there. You know, that was like, bad.
I was just gonna say that it did, because if he gets on there, I feel like Stan gets a little, you know, motivated. You know, maybe they send Judge, possibly. Yeah, and I mean, Judge had a good at bat, and I mean, Diekman put it right where he likes it. He challenged him, Judge, you know, couldn't come through there. Judge is the best player on the team. He had a good at bat. I can't knock him for anything he did. But when you want $36 million a season, we're paying you to, get on base there, Judge. I mean, that's kind of, if you want 36 million, you're gonna have to get on base there. But I mean, it's Aaron Judge. You cannot. It's just more frustration than what he really did there. The bottom of the lineup, Trevino and IKF got their first Yankee hits. That was nice to see. I did think, though, after Gallo, the lineup was pretty weak. But, I mean, they all got hits.
Yeah, Glaber had a nice hit the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, he did, but he also struck out in a crucial spot. I mean, it is what it is. I felt like Joey Gallo was ripping the ball. I feel like a lot of guys were ripping the ball, just not finding spots. I mean, Joey Gallo had like 3 really nice swings tonight. One of them was like the other way. But the last inning, Joey Gallo, there's actual pressure on him. He'll swing at everything. So, it sucks. It really does suck because I feel like a sweep would have just been, I mean, after last season, I feel like a sweep would have just,
perfect.
I don't know, just, been awesome, been epic. But you can't put your hat on it too much. I mean, you can't risk your hat on it. You gotta go out there, do it. You gotta go out there, keep the bats going, keep the bats hot against Toronto, which is a really big series.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second. But I mean,
I guess okay, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I guess one way, if you could describe this game tonight in 3 aspects, you'd say Aaron Hicks, unfortunate and frustrating. That's it. That's if you could give me 3 things about this game, that's what I'd give you.
Yeah. Let's this is a weekly recap, so we're gonna rewind a bit. Going back to Friday's game, it actually wasn't that bad. The Yankees ended up winning 6-5. They went down early in the first 3-0. Cole looked a little shaky. He actually ended up bouncing back pretty nicely. I think pitched 4 innings. Rizzo had a home run in the bottom inning, 2-run shot, got us right back in it. Stanton had a homer, made it 3-3. Yep. Mayu had a homer in the 8th, making it 4-4. Some back and forth in the extra inning rule, and then Donaldson obviously stole the show with the walk-off single. Yankees win 6-5.
I mean, that was a great way to start off the season. It was definitely really, really fun. The 2021 Yankees are losing that game. It was nice to see some resilience in this team throughout the whole series. Not giving up. Let's keep in mind, Christian, that these 3 games, first game go down 3-0, second game go down 2-0.
Yeah,
tonight went down 2-0. I mean, they were all trailing early in these games. So it's definitely nice to see them, just keep clawing their way to victory. Came up short tonight, obviously, but definitely nice to see. And Friday was definitely an awesome way to start the season, and we saw a lot of good things.
Yeah. Let's move over to the second game. Also a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
Yankees. Pretty much the same story. The first inning, they fall 2-0. You're like, oh my God, here we go. But guess what? In the bottom of the 4th, Rizzo. Oh, my mistake. That was the second inning. Bottom of the 4th, Rizzo again, another 2-run shot, his second of the year. And then it's deja vu again. Stanton. In In the bottom of the 6th, a 2-run shot. That makes it 4-2. The
Mm,
score would
both
stay
them-
from there. Severino actually looked pretty good, aside from that 1 home run to Verdugo. And yeah, Yankees win 4-2. Lucas
Bullpen
Luetke
looked
gets the win.
awesome.
Bullpen did not allow a hit. Ron Mauricio made his debut. Did pretty good. 2 Ks.
Saw some great leadership from Rizzo there after Marinaccio gave the
Yeah.
walk. I was definitely happy to see that from Rizzo.
And then obviously today, you know what happens. You want to go to the wheel spin?
Yeah, just one. Yeah,
We still have our
1
deep
second.
dive. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know. I just want to give my one quick thing. Also the starters. I mean, I know very short spring training. We can't stretch them out. You know, they need to give us a little bit of of breathing room. You know, we need to start getting some leads early, and hopefully we can start that off with Jami pitching us a good game tomorrow against a very tough opponent in Toronto.
Yeah. Wheel spin?
Yep.
All right. The way this is gonna work, if you ever watch Talking Yanks, they have like a homer draft. We figured we wanted to have like a nice, fun game that we could play. We're gonna be doing this every Sunday, so we thought of a fun wheel spin. Let me pull it up. So as you can see, we have the 28-man roster, every single Yankee, on a wheel. We're gonna spin it 3 times. So for example, Ryan will get 3 spins. And then he'll choose one of those players to represent him for the week. Then I'll do the same thing. And then whichever guy does better for the week gets a win. Or a point. Whatever you want to call it. All right, Ryan.
We'll tally it up at the end of the year, and whoever wins has to buy the other person a Yankees jersey.
First spin. So much
Is this for me?
intensity. Yeah, this is for you. You got Johnny Lasagna.
All right, I can live with that. Let's give me 2 more.
2 more. Okay. Yeah, second one you're looking at IKF.
Yeah. All right.
Third.
Third.
Last spin. Josh Donaldson.
Donaldson didn't have a great game tonight,
Yeah.
but I think I have to go with Josh Donaldson on that one.
All right, that's fair.
So that's my guy for the week.
All right,
Time
time for my spins. Stanton.
You want to not spin again, or
It was almost Judge, so he should be happy. I got Judge. I'm not even spinning. Okay, that's my guy.
Taking Judge over Stan?
I'm taking. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Stan's pretty hot.
I'm taking Judge. It's Judge versus Donaldson, and that's pretty much all for the wheel spin.
All right.
Let's go into our deep dive. Ryan, what'd you notice?
About the series?
Yeah. Anything? Fans? I don't
noticed-
know.
Fans?
I have no clue. What did you notice?
I noticed that the Yankees are very, very resilient. They didn't put their head down. They just got to work. And they wouldn't give the game away till the final out. Which is definitely nice to see. I noticed that our bullpen is the strongest aspect of the team. I think it's a weapon. As long as Boone manages it correctly, I think we'll be in great shape. The ability to shorten games, I think, is unmatched with any other team. I really do believe this is one of the best, if not the best, bullpens in all of Major League Baseball. I think it's just that good. And as long as we can begin to get some nice length from our starters and the offense stays on track, I think we'll be in really good shape. So I think the biggest two takeaways would probably be the resilience from the Yankees, just how strong this bullpen is, and Giancarlo Stanton and Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah. Few things I noticed. Joey Gallo, I actually picked him to hit a home run today. It was nice to see he was swinging the bat, because the first two games looked a little shaky.
I just want, when Joey Gallo strikes out, I want to just punch him in the face. It just annoys me so much when he strikes out.
Yeah, I agree. It's tough.
Because every time he strikes out, it's always like a shit slider away, like a ball that's not even hittable from the start.
Yeah,
And it's always a shitty, like, off-speed pitch. Or sometimes you get the high fastball on him, which is even more annoying because it looks like he tried harder.
Exactly. Hicks, already talked about him enough. Another thing that was interesting, we got to see the odd man out factor. I know you've been calling it that a little bit. Because every game, until someone gets injured, I'm banking on Hicks, there's going to be an odd man out. Because you have 10 competitive players. But guess what? You can't play 10 players. So the first game, it was Torres. The second game, it was Hicks. And then today, it was DJ LeMahieu. I don't think DJ LeMahieu should have been sitting today. He was swinging the bat great in the first two games.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, my mic's got a little choppy there. I think Boone in my eyes, has a pretty easy decision tomorrow on who's the odd man out.
I have a feeling it's not going to be Hicks, though. And I'll be honest, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if he says, oh, I think Stanton or Judge needs a day off.
That would be silliness, Tristan. If they were playing Baltimore, I'd say, all right,
I think it'll be I don't think it'll be Hicks.
I think he'd be crazy not to.
I think it'll be Donaldson. No. They already no. No, I do think it'll be Donaldson.
Nah, they already DH'd him on Saturday.
I think it'll be Donaldson.
I don't think so. I would like to maybe bump Donaldson down a bit in the lineup. I'm not a huge fan of him at leadoff. I don't really have too much of a problem with it. I just think right now, I think Rizzo's the best option at leadoff in my mind. That's just me. But Donaldson hasn't played bad.
I don't love the leadoff thing with Donaldson. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. Because I understand the logic of having your best hitter at leadoff. That makes sense. But Donaldson's not our best hitter. And he's not fast. He's a righty. I'm just kind of confused what they're doing with him at the top.
They certainly like him there. I mean, he's been hitting. He's not he's not like absolutely raking, but I think he's gotten a hit in every game this series.
Yeah, I don't think he's been hitting that well.
He got what? He went 2 for 6 on Friday. He went 1 for 5 today. 1 for 5.
He's batting .267, and every hit's been a single.
I mean, yeah, but that's not bad.
I'm just saying he hasn't really been doing much.
Yeah, I would put Rizzo up there, but
I'd go like Rizzo, Judge, Stanton, Gallo, and like Donaldson in the 5 hole.
That's always where I put him, but it is what it is.
Another thing, Falifa and Gallo, mainly Falifa. His first 2 games, he seemed a little shaky at shortstop and at the plate. I thought it was much better today. There was only one play, really, where he bobbled it and they still turned a double play, and that was a really hard hit ball. He looked much better at the plate. Went 1 for 3. Also had a walk, a double. Like that was a big thing. Him being better. Trevino looked good behind the plate. That's a nice plus to have as a backup.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we look ahead to the next series?
Let's do it.
All right. So the Yanks tomorrow begin a 4-game set with the Toronto Blue Jays, who we expect to have we already know they have a very, very, very good lineup. We expected their pitching to be pretty decent too, but their pitching has not been strong or good in their first 3-game set with the Rangers. But we do know one thing: this lineup absolutely rakes. So, I mean, this is a big series for the Yanks. Obviously, we just played the first series of the season, but it's all, and the last few years, other than 2020, the Yanks, even 2019 when they had a really good season, the Yanks start garbage to start the season. Absolutely garbage. I mean, they were the worst team in the American League last year after 13 games. They had the worst record in the American League.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I know. Well, I know they did. Yeah. You don't want to start that way because then it just takes a while to finally, get in a rhythm. You always want to start off good and then leave some leverage for you to cool down. So, and especially with the Yanks been starting off slow last few years, I feel like it's definitely important for us to get off to a good start. Now we're 2-1. We won the first series of the season. That's very, very good. I mean, really, going into the series, I'd take that 100%. Who wouldn't? But I want to start off to a good start. You don't want to drop 3-4 to Toronto, and then you're looking at what are you looking at? What are you 3 and
3? No, 4-4.
No.
3-4.
3-4. Yeah. You're looking at 3-4, and then you're like, it's just like, what do we do? It wouldn't be the totally worst thing, I guess, but it would definitely be nice to win this series here against Toronto. I feel like that's really important. Now we are in the Bronx. That's good. I think our guys got to be sharp tomorrow. I feel like it's definitely important to win the first game of the series, put a little pressure on Toronto. So, I'm definitely expecting, Boone to really try to win that game tomorrow. I think our boys got to be ready. First, week game of the year. So that'll be exciting. Yeah. But I feel like it's very, very important series just, because I want to start off on a good foot. And I feel like I feel like it would just be really important for us to do that. And I feel like the Yanks really gotta, after the bad game we just played today, really just say, all right, put it behind us, and let's just keep moving on. So that's that, Christian. Would you like to give them the probables for the Yankees?
Sure. On Monday we have Jameson, Tyone. I'm pulling up Baltimore if you don't mind. Toronto.
No, it's fine. I just didn't know if they announced their guys.
Okay, so yeah, I was talking about it with Alex earlier. We have Tyone against Alex Manoah. Manoah is
God.
dirty, not dirt as in bad. Tyone also can be dirt though. So the key is going to be starting pitching because the Yankees have the better bullpen. So if Tyone can hold Toronto to, I don't know, what's the magic number? 3 or less runs through 5? I think
give
we're in
it.
good shape.
We only need like, obvious starters. We can't stretch them out. Jama Show, just give us 5 good innings. Uh, you know, give us 5 good innings, like 1-2 run ball, and we'll get you. Let's not like give up 2 runs in the first inning, and then I'm sitting here like, oh, what? Now I'm just hoping for another bloop and a blast. Like, you're only gonna have so many of those games. So let's start off good in tomorrow's game. Definitely got to be strong. And Alek Manoah, I think he grew up a Yankee fan. Cruz said he was dirty. He has an ugly, ugly beard, so he looks like dirt. And let's go kick his ass tomorrow.
All right, Tuesday. I love this matchup. I think we're winning Tuesday. I would put money on it. It's Nestor Cortez.
If we lose, I'm punching you.
It's Nestor Cortez against Kikuchi. Kikuchi sucked after the All-Star break last year. Maybe it was the sticky stuff. Maybe he just lost it. I don't know. But he sucked. He's a slow-throwing lefty. Stanton and Judge are going to tee off him. Nestor is dirt. I got the Yankees. That's the game to win. Wednesday.
Yeah, like
Berrios against Cole. This one I don't really like. Berrios got lit up in his first start against the Rangers. However, last year he completely shut us down. Garrett Cole. I think we have this exact matchup last year, and this was the game that Cole had to leave early with the hamstring because I was at it. I don't know if it was Berrios pitching. I think it was. Anyways, though, we have Aries against their number 2. So, yeah, I don't love this matchup just because Cole's
isn't
shaky.
Berrios their one?
I mean, I would think Gossman's better.
Oh no! Yeah. You're right.
I don't love this matchup just because Cole's unreliable recently, and Berrios has had history to shut us down. Thursday
I think he's looking, to.
You don't think he was looking to shut out the Red Sox on opening day?
I think
you don't think he was looking to shut out the Red Sox in a 1-game playoff? I think we're past that point of, what Cole wants.
Yeah, but the game didn't start on time.
He's a loser for that. Luis Severino against Kevin Gausman for Game 4 on Thursday.
I have a hot take. We're gonna sweep the series. Boom.
I think we're going to split the series, and then if you really want to look ahead, because this is kind of like a weekly thing, then we play Toronto. My goal, I would like to go, let me do the math in my head, 4-3. Wait, 4-3.
4-3.
Ideally, you split the series with Toronto, and then all you have to do is win the series against Baltimore. If you want to just go crazy and lose the series to Toronto, okay, well then you just make up for it and sweep Baltimore.
All right, I mean, I'll take it. I think I disagree heavily with you on the Baltimore. I think Baltimore. I feel like Baltimore should easily be a sweep. This team is way too good. The Tampa Bay Rays showed, kick the Orioles' ass like they do every season. I mean, winning the series, obviously that's the goal. But I really feel like we should be more than capable to, sweep the Orioles. Now they're in their home ballpark, blah, blah, blah. We hit really well in Camden Yards. Weekend, a lot of people on spring break, should be a decent amount of Yankee fans there. But yeah, I really feel like we should sweep them. I feel like this team's too good to not sweep the Orioles. I mean, you're obviously going to lose games here and there, but I feel like they really should be able to sweep the Orioles. I'm going to be a little more actually a lot more aggressive than what you said. I'm looking to go 6-1
What?
this week.
What
I got
the
us.
heck? That's crazy.
I want.
If you're gonna do that, just say 7-0.
No, because I don't think a 4-game
That's
sweep
so
is very
unrealistic.
hard. No, I think I want us to go 6-1. I think, sweeping a 4-game against Toronto, that's hard. But I would like us to win the series against Toronto. And you play the Baltimore Orioles, which you shouldn't lose a game to. I feel like you should really be able to easily sweep them. So I want to go 6-1. That's ideally what I'm looking to do. Go 6-1. Call me crazy, whatever you want. I want to go 6-1. I feel like we could go 6-1. I wouldn't say if I didn't feel like we could do it.
I don't feel like we could do it.
Oh well, you just got to get a better mentality. I mean, 4-3. I mean, come on. You wanted to go what 5-2? All right, I give you that. I like that. How do you? I don't understand how we lose to the Orioles. I don't understand.
Then we don't lose to the Orioles.
Yeah, but you said 4-3. So that's
you could theoretically go 4-3 and sweep the Orioles.
Yeah, I mean you could. Yeah.
That's all I got.
You could. I'm looking to go 6-1.
That's all I got.
That would then put us at what, 8-2?
Yeah.
I did check the Yanks schedule today. They do have a pretty easy schedule this month. Obviously after Toronto, I think it's like Baltimore, you play Cleveland a bit, Royals at the end of the month. So I think Tigers is right after Baltimore. That's why you can't that's why you can't waste these, kind of freebies. You know what I mean?
I don't think this is freebies. Boston, Toronto.
No, I said after Toronto.
No.
Boston and Toronto is not a freebie. Playing the Orioles, the Cleveland Guardians. I'm not saying we should sweep all those games. The Tigers. I mean, the Tigers are decent. They're I think around 500 club, but you should really win the series against the Tigers. The Royals, very, very, very winnable games. Those are freebies. Playing Boston, Toronto is not a freebie.
Yeah. That's all I got. I'm really tired.
Yeah, guys, I mean, that's all I got. I wish I could say I was more into this. Just unfortunate way to start. But
and it's also 11:30. Oh my god.
Yeah, quickly, we'll be back this Sunday, right after the game against the Baltimore Orioles. We better not lose that game. And we'll probably have some kind of video during the week, whether it be a podcast, like a highlight video, something like that, or maybe something else. But we'll have something for you. We're working on a couple things, so possibly you could see that. But yeah, that's all we got. We're tired. We want to go to bed. Fuck Boston. Terrible fucking city. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end this here. As always, Bronx Sox. Keep talking.